Good morning. Welcome back to Chraetor Creative, where creative minds come together. I'm your host, Robert, and I'm glad to have you here with me. As you can see, we are back. I am sorry for missing yesterday, but we are back today, continuing our playthrough of New Game Plus 2 on Elden Ring as the Elden Lord of Decay. Last time, when we left off, we'd killed the fire giant. We were trying to decide what exactly to do. It's time to complete some quests before I burn everything down. So let's go ahead and see. We need to go west, I believe it is. Yep, west. Because we're going to go talk to White Masquerade. Then we're going to go up and we're going to go through Ronnie's Caria Manor. Talk to her, talk to Saluvis, get the Dung Eater puppet. He should be happy to see us. Of course, anoint me. And while we're here anyways, come on out. Yeah, you go down. I hate his face. Well, they made some odd noises. Speaking of odd noises, give me 1 second to check on my dog. Oh, Dan. Are you okay? Come on. Okay, you stay there then. Apparently he's fine. Just whiny. That little jerk. As soon as I shut the door, he comes up. Come on. Up. There you go. Alright. So, now we need to go up through here. Okay, so I think the best thing to do actually is going to be to go this way. I don't know why the blood... Sanguine Noble, that's what it is. I don't know why the Sanguine Noble attacks even after I become anointed. Like, we're allies, you jerk. I'm your buddy. So it really, it doesn't make sense to me. That's a lot of puppets. Hey, you. He didn't last. He was a one-pump chump, it would seem. Oh, 1 second, guys. Okay, sorry about that. Had to deal with a scam call. This is Amazon. This call is to authorize a payment of this amount. It's like, nope, that's not the way this is gonna work. I don't even understand why they still try anymore. Like, When's the last time anybody actually went in on that? And if they did, why was their living card not revoked? Like, clearly you need cold from the herd. You were not intelligent enough to figure out that the scam that's been going on for years and talked about for years isn't real. You know, I always avoid this one, but I'm gonna kill her this time. The entire congregation gone. I don't understand why those ones are different. Like, so here's my question. Is it like a case of the bats, if they're actually able to live long enough, are able to turn into the old lady headed ones? And so that's like the elder? But then how do they go from being a bat head to being a being an old lady hag head? They're a little bit upset with me. I don't know why, but they've chosen to hold me accountable. Makes no sense. Quit running! There we go. I feel kind of mean and dirty. Like, I definitely just attacked over and over until he fell and then was like, oh, dagger to the gut. Here you go. I mean, but then again I don't, because he's one of the Knights of the Cuckoo, which betrayed the Carrion Royals, so like, yeah, I actually don't. I feel bad for killing the Carrion Knights. I like the Carrions. So, that makes me feel bad. Like, I already killed the one Carrion Knight. I've still got to figure out where exactly their armor set is. All my playthroughs, I haven't managed to find it. I know the approximate area that it's at. I could strengthen that, I guess, but I really don't need to. Okay. You know, I don't think I've ever once managed to do this without getting hit at least once by these blue lights. Like, I've heard people talk about how it's easy and they don't understand how, and it's like, not for me. Though I just did it, and that makes me feel awesome. I have now become the OP. I can see the creepy hands. Oh, I wish I could have my horse in here. Torrent, why have you abandoned me to the creepiness? I think that's what it is. Like, Torrent's like, nah, F that. He don't want to deal with this either. And it's like, go horse, I get you. Run. I fell. Hurry, the hands are coming. See, when you're here, there's the ladder that comes in. There is no seeing Pydia or his, yeah, like, I'm trying. You might just be able to see him right there. I don't know, that might be part of the balcony, too. Oh, how's it going, Neon? Oh, Odin. It's fine. Alright, 1 second. Gotta let him out so he can investigate whatever the hell he heard. Get him, Odin. Okay, hopefully. Let's see, it still says that I'm on the air, and it's still going, so... Not quite sure what just happened. But, not to worry. I might have clicked something getting up, I don't know. But yeah, how's it going, Neon? It's, I'm glad to have you here with us. How are you doing on your tests? I know you said you were going to have to be studying quite a bit because they were rather intense. Oh, what issue is that? Yeah, that can be a hard thing to overcome. Down, boy. Well, I hope it does you some good. It's, you can always try telling yourself you can't do the stuff you actually want until you, have done the things that you're procrastinating on. Just set a rule for yourself and hold yourself accountable. Although that's definitely easier said than done, but it's something you can try. I have the high ground, it's over. Well, so that means both of us started making steps towards doing better yesterday. The best way to figure that out, wouldn't that probably be just to ask your teachers where they recommend? Oh, what did I do? I acknowledged the fact that I haven't been being very healthy lately, and so I decided to start doing the keto diet to try to get a little healthier. It's can't lie, I'm still not quite in it yet because I've got some stuff that I've got to go through that was previously bought. But anything new that I've been buying and yesterday's breakfast, today's breakfast, yesterday's dinner have all been keto friendly. And so all I've really got to go through, like my coffee today also, even though, can't lie, I don't quite care for the way it tastes compared to my normal sweet sugary goodness. Oh, I'm surprised. So you're doing the same kind of path as far as dieting also, or just both of us doing the self-improvement is what you're talking about? Come on, Adula, you know you don't want to stick around. How did that even get me? That was a weird glitch. I'm really glad that it let me get out of his head and didn't just kill me. Yeah, it's, thankfully at my job that I do mornings on the weekends and night a couple days a week allows me to do some moving and lifting and stuff, although not really nearly enough to be healthy, but it's at least not all sitting in front of my PlayStation and TV. But definitely my lifestyle's not what it should be, and that's why I'm going to try to improve it, so I definitely feel your struggle there. And I have to say, it's, like I said, I'm not quite there yet. I've still got some stuff that I previously bought. So it's, I've still got, like, sugary drinks that I have to go through, but pretty much everything I've been eating has been keto. Something different like what? That could get expensive. Are they free games? Because I know some of them are, like Dauntless is one that I downloaded that I might do some streaming of, and that one was free. Oh, I guess I need to actually finish getting through everything he says. I don't really have excess money to spend right now on games, unfortunately. But if you give me the list, I will, once I get paid again, I will look into getting some of them. Or I'll at least look into reviews and see which ones are worth getting. But at the moment, unfortunately, I'm broke. Had to take the dog to the vet. Finally got him. Had to do some follow-ups with his stuff, and then have to get him registered, which takes up the last bit of the money that I have. Yeah, what games were you, what games are they anyway? You do definitely have me curious. I know I've definitely heard of Dragon Age. I don't really know anything about it. But that's definitely a name that I'm familiar with. Now, is it a Souls-like like this one, or is it just a standard fantasy? Because either way, I'm definitely interested. Okay, so now that we've got that potion, I do have to continue Ronnie's quest, but before that, we are going to, go talk to Dung Eater. Because he needs this potion. So do you have other suggestions, or is it just the one suggestion? See, and actually I'm going to see if I can pull up some basic information now that I can glance over while things load. Let's see, so it's Dragon Age Inquisition. Yeah, I could definitely set that up. That means I need to be selective with where I position my phone and stuff. Also be careful about muting it. Ow. Okay, let me get to a slightly less hostile area and then I'll pull up some gameplay of it. Let's see, I don't think anything is going to hit me while I'm right here. It is on PlayStation, right? Because the thing I just pulled up showed an Xbox symbol. I'm sure it is. It definitely looks interesting. Now, is it an MMO or is it just a single player? Yeah, looking at that definitely looks like a game I could check out. What am I waiting about? Oh, morning, Grave. I'm kind of surprised to see you. I thought you were boxing with Alex. Okay, so still have to buy the game, but then I can do the multiplayer with people without a problem. So yeah, that could be a good one. And if it's one you have too, maybe we could do some multiplayer together. Oh, you said that you were. Does that mean that you're not going to be boxing with him this morning now? Oh, it means you already did it. Well, how'd it go? Oh, let's see, I have to go to his underground workshop first. I have the Witcher game. I didn't really care for that one. It looked really interesting, so I definitely wanted to try it, but at the end it just wasn't what I was hoping or expecting. Who won your sparring match? Oh, I definitely agree, Neon. It definitely looked good. It's actually one of the first games I bought when I got my my PlayStation. Did it make up for the $5? Did you get hit back? Death Stranding? Well, I mean, isn't the point of boxing to feint and do whatever it takes to knock your opponent out? What was that noise? I don't know. Death Stranding doesn't look quite as interesting to me, Neon. I see a lot of guns and a lot of sci-fi theme, it looks like. Or post-apocalyptic. I might do those. I actually have a couple of unopened ones I've got. Let's see, I'm not quite sure where I have them. I think I have Origins and Odyssey. I don't have the Valhalla one, which would be interesting, but that was a lot of money. I have no idea where I put my games. I'm gonna have to go searching for those sooner or later. But yeah, that's definitely a possibility. If that's one that you think might actually be worth watching and bring people in. Mostly I haven't streamed it because I figure they're the older ones and I don't have the Valhalla. Why did I come here? This isn't where I need to be. I figured it was the same reason I ended up not really getting any views when I played Kingdoms of Amalur and Skyrim by the time I got around to it. I mean, Skyrim's pretty old now, and Kingdoms of Amalur was never super big, and by the time I got around to streaming it, it had already been about a year it had been out, so anybody that might have wanted to watch it wasn't going to be super into it. Let's see, does it tell me how much? Oh, he gives it to me for free. That's right. Ghost of Tsushima? I haven't heard of that one. Why is it network? Yeah, I'll see if I can pull up the stuff for that one. Name sounds somewhat familiar, like I may have heard about it in passing. See, it looks like it's a samurai game, maybe? It's based off reaction time. I'm not quite sure if I'll actually be very good at it, but it could still be worth trying because it does kind of look like a good game. And if nothing else, it might help improve my reaction time. It does look like it's a pretty good game. Yeah, that looks like one that I could look into playing. See, he looks like a ninja though, but it almost seems like he's acting more like an assassin with the way they're showing the gameplay. Or not an assassin, a ninja, which I guess was an assassin back then, but... Give me my dung eater, puppet jerk. Let's see, the Forbidden West? Yeah, I can look into that one too. Oh, that's the Horizon Dawn game. I've got a... I don't know if it's... I've got Horizon Zero Dawn or whatever it is. That was one... It seemed like it was okay. I never got very far into it, though. Like, there was nothing particularly bad about Zero Dawn. It just didn't end up holding me. Is Forbidden West like a... It looks like the same girl. I still really like the theory that Pydia is Seleuvis's controller. The Legend of Zelda, the Breath of the Wild, I do have. I just don't have a capture card for streaming from my Switch, and my Switch, for some reason, has stopped connecting to the TV. It's staying charged, but I can't get it to actually work. Which is really a shame. I didn't realize that I didn't turn the grace on. Okay, give me just a second, Odin, I'll come get you. I don't know if he can be heard over the stream, but my dog is definitely saying he wants to come in and investigate what's going on in here now. Yeah, if you're not using it, and if you think you have an idea of what to do with the Switch, I did everything I could think of. I'm pretty sure it's... The conclusion I came to was I was just going to end up having to send it into Nintendo to be worked on, or taking it to GameStop. But yeah, you're welcome to mess around with it. I mean, it's not like the situation could get any worse with it. So, I mean, that means the worst case scenario is it just ends up staying like it is. Yeah, Odin, I just recently cut my hair, so... Come on, Odin, you were whining and crying. I just recently cut my hair, so he no longer goes for it anymore, but he definitely liked eating my hair. Or trying to eat my hair, anyway. So let's see, now that we've got Dung Eater, I guess the best thing to do is to go to the Third Church of America and make our way down to take care of Nokron. But yeah, I'm still waiting for Odin to kind of grow up. I mean, he's gotta be at least 7-8 months by now. Let's see, we decided his birthday was around January 18th with that, so yeah, he's like 7.5 months. Oh, let's see, what's gonna be our way to get there? Like this, it would seem. Well, hopefully he didn't take too much of it off. I know Odin would chew on mine. He never really got too much of it. He just didn't really have it in him to take too much of my hair. So I take it if he likes chewing on your hair, you must have long hair. Because I know, like I said, once I cut my hair and made it short, Odin didn't really have much interest. See, I've lucked out pretty well. Odin's done that twice, but he never did it before we had a mattress protector, so it never really caused any problem. And it's definitely been slow going, but we've definitely mostly have managed to get him to use pads or go outside. I'd say like a good 80% of the time. He still struggles with it to an extent. But we've definitely made some heavy progress. Oh, let's see. The well's going to be back this... Oh, wait. Ground sim, okay, I have found that one before. I mean, Odin still goes up next to my head all the time, it's just, it doesn't seem to interest him as much when it's not long and flopping around. While we wait for the world's longest elevator. They should really have a fast forward function for this. I assume you're talking about one, not Assassin's Creed Valhalla, but a game that's just called Valhalla. Is there something else I can add to the title to make it easier to find? All that pops up when I search that is Assassin's Creed. Like that's literally, that's it, is Assassin's Creed when I type in for the Valhalla trailer. So is it like Valhalla Wars or Valhalla? Oh, I did. I typed in Valhalla game trailer. That did pop up something. Valhalla Siege. I don't know if that's the exact one you're talking about, but... came up with something. Actually, the guy kind of looks like Baldur from... why can't I... God of War, that's what it is. I know that's one I definitely want to try if I can afford to buy it when it comes out as the God of War Ragnarok. It looks interesting. I find it... I like the fact that it's a first person, just like with Skyrim. I actually used to hate that about Skyrim, but I found that I kind of like it because it's easier to put yourself in their shoes once I got used to it. But yeah, Valhalla looks like it could be an interesting one. I didn't notice, I think it said, but I didn't notice who made it. Is it like a small indie game, or is it one of the bigger companies? I can't believe they just shot my friend Vlad. You must all die. Oh no, don't you back away. You're dead. No, you shot Vlad. You are not allowed to live. Oh, so it's an Assassin's... Doesn't look like Assassin's Creed. Okay, so... See, my fastest way to get there is probably going to be from here. Definitely not going to get to the Radon fight, but I'll see if I can get to the point where I'm ready for it at the start of the next stream. Is that the one you most strongly recommend? Because I know most of the ones, I think the only one that didn't look interesting was, oh, now I can't even remember. The one that looked like a post-apocalyptic one. But the rest all looked pretty good. I think Dragon Age might have been the one that looked most interesting, but they all looked like they were worth, like they would be something I would actually pick. Like if I was just going to the store and was like, oh, look at that. There's a new game that I hadn't seen before, like that's one that would draw me in. Or, not just that one, but that was the one that stood out the most, but all of them looked like ones that would draw me in. Okay. You're just gonna die anyway. Yeah, like I said, I'll definitely take the time to check those out and see. I mean, more than I have, I'll read reviews and look into them and see how much it would cost to get. Although at the very least I'll end up completing at least this playthrough since I already started it. Okay, so say still the same price as if it was a brand new game. Sadly, that price is pretty standard now. One of these days I actually want to see if I can get across this bridge without triggering the festival. Because the first time I came across this bridge, I hadn't triggered the festival yet, and it was brutal. There might be, I don't know. I've never really looked into renting games. Oh, what is it that you play on then? Oh, well, thank you, Wilkies. I appreciate that. I think I've managed to beat the game 3 or maybe 4 times now. And yeah, it's been really good. It is about time for me to find another one to try out, but I've really been enjoying it. Let's see, I think I actually might have had it right over here. Now, Wilkie, since you said that you've almost gone through the game, what exactly have you been playing it as? Like, what kind of build and what have you been doing with it? You might be able to fix that with getting like a laptop stand with fans in it to blow more air on it. Or maybe getting some of the cooling gel and placing it on strategic locations outside of the laptop. See, I actually may try to do the Radon fight here. Bleed Samurai is definitely a nice choice. I rather like that build. I haven't managed to stream one, but I did have a Bleeding Samurai build. Hey, maybe I'll remember to actually do Alexander's questline this time. If you're only at level 70 and you're already getting through the bosses and beating the game, I'm super impressed. Because that's way better than I could do. I definitely could not beat the game at level 70. I might be able to do it at like level 100. Definitely not 70. But yeah, Neon, if the cooling gel just doesn't fit aesthetically and you don't want it, the only other thing is I can think of is the stand with the fans. Or maybe putting some cooling gel. Well, you said it's a laptop, so I guess you can't really put it inside of it. See, this is going to be pretty brutal because this build is not exactly designed for a strong fight like this. Oh, this is gonna hurt, so I may die on my, See, I remember the days when I was supposed to be going to college, but, I made some poor choices. Like, I can't even lie, I made some bad choices, and so that didn't exactly happen. Mario Party on the N64 was pretty good. Like, I'm not gonna lie, that was nice. And Buffy's not a bad show at all. Like, it's definitely, you know, B tier, but like, that's pretty standard for back then. They weren't equipped like we were now with all kinds of awesome ability for creating just fantastic graphics and stuff. Buffy's how you got your dates, or Mario 64 is how you got your dates? Or, sorry, Mario Party 64, because I can see those work depending on who it is you're trying to pick up. Oh, which country are you wanting to get your masters in? There's Alexander. Yeah, that's definitely... I could definitely see that working. I mean, it's like I said, it's not like it was a bad show. That show was alright. It's a completely different kind of stories, but it's reminiscent of the old Charmed to me. Not the new remake, but the one that played years ago in the early 2000s. Yeah, it'd be great for you to come to America, but I don't know if you really want our education system compared to yours. Let's see, now that he's defeated, oh, it's over here. I would think Canada could be all right, although come wintertime I would definitely want to migrate with the birds. I spent enough time living in the Rocky Mountains to know that it's not exactly my favorite kind of environment. You know, depending on where you are, you could fit right in, because there's a lot of very pro-firearm places and a lot of very anti-firearm places here. It just depends on where exactly you end up. Oh, he grabbed me. It doesn't deal nearly as much damage as I remember, although that's probably just because I'm still in Limgrave. Oh yeah, I hate the Rune Bears. It seems like they make great bosses. Or mini-bosses. Because I think there's only one that's actually a true boss. Oh, and as far as winning a fight with a spoon, I think you're looking for Chuck Norris. Oh, sweet saving grace. You know, I'm actually looking at the amount of runes I have. Radon really doesn't give that many runes on New Game Plus 2, does he? Like, I definitely feel like that should be more, although he really didn't put up too much fight. So you like to be in like small, crowded areas? Well, New York could definitely be for you then. I wouldn't say it's just you. I definitely prefer the more open space and freedom, but I think that's, I'm guessing you live in a rural area? Was that a safe assumption? The glare in this room right now is making it super hard to see. See, I'll add some more light, see if that helps to decrease what the glare is destroying of what I can actually see here. Oh, I'm surprised. Most people that really like the busyness and stuff of New York are like the people that lived in the rural areas, and they're wanting to see more what it's like. Well, I know you've said that, but I mean, I don't know what the capital of your region, how big that is. I mean, depending on how big your region is, capital could still be tiny. Well, I mean, you'd definitely be used to and fitting in rather well with New York, since you're used to that kind of stuff. I live in not quite a city, but similar to a city. It's basically a suburb. Well, what Californians considered suburbs. Definitely having grown up in smaller areas, I can say that to anybody outside of areas like this, you'd come into this saying, no, that's a city. But I definitely miss the rural area. Like, I'd really like to go and buy a little bit of land, raise some animals, plant some crops for myself and the animals. Like, that's part of why I'm doing the whole trying to be a little bit healthier, is it's a step towards what I would actually like to do. Let's see if I can get to it. I think I'm going to end the stream on the fight with the stray mimic tier. Oh, I thought it was dead. That's not a bad choice either. I know for a long time that's exactly what I would have wanted. Well, minus the cat. No offense, I've just never been a huge cat person. But I've definitely changed since. I would like a more simple lifestyle. Fighting against my own build this time's actually much tougher than last time. Yeah, that was tougher than fighting against myself on the last build for sure. That's interesting. I figured it'd be easier because this build is weaker, but no. Alright. Like I said, I think I'm gonna end it there. I'm sure I don't have enough time to come across another boss or do anything else. That would be very interesting. So Neon, thanks for turning in. Same with you, Wilkies, Grave. Anybody else that came in for a short time. So thank you guys. Hit like if you liked the stream this time. Neon, I'll look into those videos. Hit subscribe if anybody's come in, you're not subscribed. I appreciate it. And I'll see you next time.